your late husband, Ken
Yes.
Cockrel, had a lot of socialist and communist label thinking,
Yes.
which in reality is weird. Like, we put these things into boxes where I just think it's like, okay, that's just or justice for people. But, you
Right.
know, we can label it whatever you want.
Sure.
I think if a person, it's enough sandwiches for everybody to eat.
You
So
got
if
it.
you're going to label me a communist for saying I think everybody should have a sandwich,
You got
then
it.
I guess I'm communist.
That's right. I mean, Ken and myself both, you know, came through the era of what was called the New Left in the early, you know, kind of formed in the '60s, and part of that Marxist tradition was this notion that people at the point of production, people in the factories and the plants, should have a voice and should actually have some control over the process and have some, you know, share in the value of the products that were made. That was very revolutionary concept. But, you know, Ken was very much compelled or influenced, I think, not only by Marxist theoreticians, but also by the emerging both civil rights and Black Power movement, the leadership, the ideas that were
Most definitely.
coming from those sources. But, you know, part of what we shared, what each of us brought to our relationship, was this fundamental belief that people who make the products, who toil in the service industries, should be paid living wages, should have, you know, real health care, should have secure pensions, and whose work in life should be afforded the respect that comes from the dignity of real work.
Okay, now to that, and I just have to. I'm gonna go conservative value from my Walsh College, some of my Walsh College professors, because they would say, you pay what the market dictates a person can get paid.
No, you pay what you know to be, you know, for your values, what is the fair wage. But I mean, there's no period in history. I mean, as in the movie finally got the news, Ken does this long rap about the nature of the disparities that are built into capitalism. You have people who say they're in mining. They've never gotten any dirt under their hands. You own paper. You are granted stature. You get wealth. You actually are the person in the mine mining the product that has the value, and you are like paid a minimum wage. You are working in conditions that are dangerous and dirty, and then you get in all of this, the hierarchy, when you intersect racism with how the economic system is set up. You end up in a fundamentally unfair, unequal system. Now, and today it's gotten to like, it's literally levels of insanity. You have people who are making hundreds of millions of dollars because they are in a hedge fund and they push paper around. They make their money by taking companies and stripping people of their jobs and their livelihoods in order to get a better return on an investment. That gets rewarded, and somebody else over here is left without a job, with a broken life that can have impacts on people's children, etc. So, I mean, there has to be some space where there is the ability to let the market have its own life and affect, you know, grow, create directions in which it can grow. On the other hand, there has to be a bottom line safety net that says always people will be able to live. I mean, if you're going to take jobs away, a living wage.
Black revolutionaries, distillery owners, Italian fashion retailers, and Motown Grammy winners all share their best stories never before told in any other media outlets on Detroit is Different. Visit DetroitisDifferent.com or download the Detroit is Different app on Apple's App Store or Google's Play Store.